The Exposure Show on Westside FM.
Hello, London. What's happening? I'm here.
Do you consider yourself in a certain genre? Do you call yourself like a grime artist, or how do you see it?
I think people are scared of the title grime artist. I don't know why, but I'm a grime MC originally. That's where I come from. That's my culture. It wasn't a culture when I first started. We were just all MCing and doing whatever, going radio. We didn't really know where it was gonna go. But it's developed into a culture now. Everything and anything that people do, the way they dress, the way they speak, everything is a culture now, and that is my culture. That's where I come from. That's the people around me, girls around me, whatever. All of us, all that is grime. That's our culture now. So
how long have you actually been doing this?
I don't know how to describe. You know, for me, yeah, from I put out my first CD in the shop, that's when my career will start. So everything before is really like a training process for me. But I feel like if we're gonna say how long have you started like writing lyrics for, it's been about 10 years.
Wow.
So from like 14 years old, I started, and
just realised you could do it.
Yeah, but we were doing it. Everyone was doing it. It was a thing. Do you know what? I never really liked garage MCs when I was young. I hated garage MCs. I thought they chat rubbish. They're not saying anything at all. But then I think when it sort of started changing from the Wiley era to the Dizzy Rascal era, when people started talking about constructive stuff that's really, really happening, we were living that, so it naturally just, you know what I mean, hit us, and the grime beats and everything.
I wanted to ask you, seeing as you've been around for the whole time of grime, really, where do you think it is going now with it getting so much involved in dance, getting so much involved in pop? Do you think grime is kind of something, it's kind of become a genre like hip hop or R&B or whatever that's not going to go away, that's always going to be there? Or do you think it's going to kind of fade like garage?
Nah. See, garage was never a culture. Garage was a genre. So garage faded when the genre faded. Grime is fully a culture. So it can never fade. All the young ones, there's 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds out there now that are becoming part of this culture. So what, 12, I'm 24, that's 10 years more. So it's not going to fade. It's a culture now. You
know what, you've explained that really well, because it's something that I think about a lot, the way that music is like changing so much and developing so much. It's something I kind of it's always going around in my head, debates about what genre's what and what's going to stay and what isn't and stuff like that. But that's really a good way of describing it, that that it's in people's culture, the same as like hip hop. I mean, it can get like faded out a little bit when a lot of hip hop artists kind of do pop and stuff like that. The lines become blurred, but hip hop is always going to be there.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean? Because it is
fully
a culture. R&B, the same kind of thing. And I'm glad that grime has actually a form that started in the UK and is predominantly in the UK, has got that much status that it's going to stay.
Definitely. I mean, even the rap guys, for me, and I say this is a bit controversial, but I think the rap guys' culture is grime. They wouldn't say that. They would say, yeah, right, we're rap, but really, like, you're living a life of a UK citizen, if you see what I'm saying. Like, you're on the road, you're on the same roads as the grime MC. So what everyone's talking about is the same thing, but it's just a different speed. So
do you think grime and hip hop are different things? Because I've asked that question a lot over the years. I mean, in the UK, because some people say, oh, grime is UK hip hop, for example. I've heard a lot of people say that, but some people say grime and UK hip hop are very different things. Not grime and hip hop in general. Yeah, you can see a difference.
Hip hop in general, as long as you put hip hop next to anything, it's a culture. If you put rap is a different speed. That's why I class it as like MCing, rap. That's genre. Hip hop culture, grime culture.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying? So I feel like everyone just needs to be all under the same umbrella. Funky house, bassline, grime, everything's all under the same umbrella. But everyone's gonna want to have their little claim to fame, you know what I mean? Bassline, it's gonna be niche, and there'll be some new music called techno, dance, hip hop soon, you know what I mean? But it's all under the same culture. From you're living a certain life, talking a certain way, dressing a certain way.
You've reassured me, because sometimes you've reassured me that grime is always going to be there, so I'm very happy right now.
It's always going to be.
The Exposure.
It's the wife stealer.
Hey, London, I'm here in the building.
Hey.
Wife stealer.
Circumstances we meet on. Man, them call me the wife stealer.
Westside Radio.
She calls me the show that's on. She calls me when I ain't seen her. She's got a man.